Hey, how you doing? My name is Martavius Musa, and I have a brand called 97 Appeal Clothing. And the heart and soul of my brand is simply to inspire people to overcome adversity. During the time I actually started my brand approximately 5 years ago, I was in fact overcoming adversity. I had just graduated college. During the time, I was mad talented, and I applied to hundreds of jobs, and literally nobody would give me a shot. And after getting tired of that, I really realized, like, yo, I think it's time I should really take a chance on myself. I knew I can do two things. I can inspire people, and I was dope when it came to dressing. So I decided to start my own brand. Despite me initially starting my brand with the intent to show people how talented I was, it turned into something that was much more. It turned into a conversation. And I felt like my brand was the friend that many people either had or people never had. Something that is an experience. Something that a lot of people really get away from, especially on the internet, is reality. When those hard times do come, nobody really want to have those conversations. And I feel like with my brand, that's what I do. I force those hard conversations. My latest release is called Criminal. And the heart and soul of that is to simply inspire people to not give up on their dreams. Because things do get hard. And there are going to be a bunch of times when you really want to give up. But at the end of the day, you can't really give up because you may have people depending on you. In addition to that, you may want to make it to places that is going to require you not to give up. Things are only going to get much more difficult as time goes on. So I feel like my brand has become so much more than just a brand. It's really a conversation. It's that friend that you never had. I put this YouTube thing off for a very long time, primarily because of fear. But the main reason I put this YouTube thing off is because there were, just a plethora of other brands, and I looked at them and they were all the way up here. I'm talking about selling out every single drop, got millions of followers. A lot of these guys, they do this stuff, full time. They got these big teams, and really comparison is the thief of joy. And I must say that, not even to sugarcoat anything, to be honest, I was really just afraid. I was afraid. I was just comparing, where I was in my journey to where other people were. And to be honest, I did not think the content that I could potentially make would be worthy to the viewers. But to be honest, as I said and I thought about it up until recently, I was just like, I've learned a lot throughout these 5 years. In addition to that, I feel like I have a brand that I feel like is going to withstand the test of time, and it is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to shine, and it's going to continue to be something that's dope and powerful, and that it can be that friend that people really need during those tough and hard times. Just to say the very least, that's the angle that I want to come from. I want to come from the angle of, I'm not there yet, but I'm sharing with you, where I'm currently at, things that I'm doing, things that's working, things that's not working, but I got a lot of dope toys that I'm gonna share with you all in a little bit. Things that make me different. I create my own concepts. I design my own concepts. I produce my own concepts. I take my own pictures. Now, most of it is because I have to. I don't have the luxury of having this large team with 5 or 10 guys to pop up with me during pop-ups and all that. I don't have the luxury of that. But what I do have is creativity and talent and hard work. And with having all of those things, I am a firm believer in really just everything will pay off when it's supposed to pay off. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned, particularly with having my brand, is to simply just take everything on the chin, learn from it, and don't really get too emotional when the loss comes. Because loss is going to come. It's a part of the journey. But to be honest, my best concepts came from hurt, it came from pain, it came from having to go through that experience. What helped me and many others is, when I really dug deep. So don't be afraid to take those L's. Adversity gonna come with that, And I think that's what my brand mainly talks about. A really quick tour of my mobile clothing store. Right now, nothing is set up, primarily because I do pop-ups from time to time. So I have to be able to easily transport them. So everything is packaged right now and broken down. But typically, on my walls, I have my artwork. These are my storage bins to keep all my inventory And all that, I also didn't really have a heart. Now, despite this being an amazing idea, one thing that I did not, think about when I, came up with this amazing idea was the winter time. Now, I'm currently based in Chicago. Unfortunately, the winter time, because how brutal the winter time is in Chicago, that typically kills at least 5 months out of the year, which is really, really detrimental to this amazing idea. So unfortunately, I'm not able to take this out and set this up all year round because of the city I'm currently in right now. But during the summertime, I typically take this out, and I must say I have a ball. I meet so many people. But it's pros and cons to everything. So one, the weather, that's the very first con. And two, sometimes it's very difficult to find parking. So sometimes I have to get out really early to find decent parking in high traffic areas. Now, some areas may have a decent amount of traffic, car traffic, but the foot traffic may be very, very low. And that played a vital part in how I do that. So something that I'm thinking about doing this summer is really taking the time to strategize and really think about where I'm going to set up to make the most amount of money, and really put my brand in front of faces and in front of people that actually appreciate the work in my clothes and my brand and all those things. But this is pretty much how my local clothing store looks. A few more toys for you all. This is probably by far one of my most favorite investments. This is a commercial direct-to-film printer. This machine creates all of these right here. So I was able to make this. This is actually from our latest release, which is called Criminal. I'm gonna show you all how it looks on a t-shirt. So with having this machine and being able to do most of my production for my t-shirts and hoodies and some of my jackets, I'm able to hit as many positions as I want, primarily because I make my own, designs, and I'm able to produce it, myself. So there's no limit to, how many designs I put on a garment, primarily because I do it myself. I'm gonna show you all another one. This right here, quality. This is from my concept, which is called Harsh Realities. As you can see right here, look at the color, look at the quality that was captured. And then another machine, another toy that I want to show you all is this one over here. I've made hundreds, probably thousands at this point, thousands of garments utilizing this heat press. This is my very first big boy investment right here. And I gotta say, I am incredibly satisfied. I can control the pressure, and with using the heat press, pressure is very, very important. Overall, just getting the design to completely adhere to the garment, that's very, very important. That ensures the product durability. So, but of course, I know out there using the heat press is shunned upon. People don't really use it, but I say if you use it correctly and you use nothing but quality material, you're not gonna have no problems at all. But these are literally the heart and soul of my production. And right here, I pretty much hit all of my neck labels. All in all, those are all of the tools that I use to, keep my dream alive and put out quality pieces and clothes. I'm very excited, to document the journey with you all, show you all how I create my clothes, from designing to marketing to, successes to failures and things that I learned along the way. But the heart and soul of my brand, like I said when I very first started this video, is to simply inspire people to overcome adversity and help people, navigate those tough moments in their life and be that friend that they probably never even had before. Again, I'm very excited for that, and definitely stay tuned. Peace and love.